Hello and welcome back to TLDW, the show where I sum up movies in a short amount of time. Today we're covering Alien, the absolute classic from a certain time in history. I remember the year, it's right here. Look at that. Let's go! We're on the ship, the Nostromo, with the crew. Are you ready for the crew? We're gonna do a quick cut. You ready? You ready? Would you look at that? We've got the crew. We've got Ash, Ripley, Kane, Dallas, Lambert, Brett, and Parker. The crew of the Nostromo. They have been woken up early because Dallas is the captain and he goes to speak to the air on the ship and the air is like, there's a distress signal from nearby, let's go check it out. The rest of them are having like a nice meal. Well, I say it's nice. It's like dehydrated shite. Well, he comes back and he's like, listen, we've got to go check out the signal on this planet. It might be a distress signal and it's company policy to do that. These two aren't happy because they're not like part of the company. They're contracted workers, so they're getting less money. These people, they stay on the main vessel. So we've got obviously Ripley, Brett and Parker. And then these people decide to go down to the surface and check out what's going on. So they hop in a shuttle and they check it out and then they crash land and it's going to take 17 hours for the ship to repair. So what they do, Ash stays on the ship to maintain a communication with Ripley, who at this point is deciding to try and decode the signal and try and work out what it is, while these three go out and investigate. So off they go. The planet is a hellscape. It's all frozen and windy and terrible. Ripley's decoding. She sends a message to Ash and is like, hey, I've mostly decoded the message. Doesn't seem like an SOS. It seems like a warning. We should probably get out of there. And Ash is like, interesting, and then doesn't pass on the message to everyone else. They continue exploring. At some point, Kane drops down into sort of this basement of a ship that they find. They find a huge alien vessel with massive aliens in it, and they're like, wow, this is crazy. But he drops down into the basement, finds some eggs, and he's like, you know what I'm gonna do with these eggs? I'm gonna poke them. And it goes really badly for him because he's a fucking idiot. He pokes an alien egg, and some sort of alien creature jumps out, latches itself around his face, melts through the glass of his helmet, and he falls unconscious. And they're all like, fuck, we gotta get back as soon as possible. So they grab him, they take him back to the shuttle. The shuttle is now repaired, fortunately. They do go back to the ship, but these three are kept in quarantine. Ash is on the other side, as is Ripley. And Ripley's like, absolutely not letting you in because policy is contact with an alien planet and you've potentially got some sort of disease. You've got to be quarantined for at least 48 hours. And they're like, just let us in, otherwise Kane's gonna die. And she's like, absolutely not. That's stupid. And Ash lets them in anyway. Perhaps a hint at his nature. So everyone's back on the Nostromo now. Kane is unconscious and he's got this weird sort of face hugger on him. I have a picture of it. That's what he looks like. He's lying down. He's not having a great time. They try to cut it open and it's got acidic blood. So obviously not great. It's gonna melt through the hull. And also they try to do even more cutting and it starts trying to choke him out. So they're like, right, we can't do shit with whatever's going on here. So we're just gonna leave him. Ash and Ripley have a chat and she's like, listen, you shouldn't have let him in. That was a massive mistake and you're a medical officer, you should know this. And he's like, shut the fuck up, stay in your lane, I know what's up. And then beep, 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 there's a situation going on with Kane. So they all rush over, they get in there. Turns out, facehugger's not on him anymore and is also dead. So they're like, okay, well I guess this is that. That's sorted. And then Kane wakes up and he's like, you know what, I'm feeling good. I've no longer got a facehugger on me. I'm a normal man. I'm a normal man and I feel great. Let's have some food. So they all go have some food. The whole crew's together and they're like, you know what, that mission's all sorted. And now we can all go, oh no, Kane's coughing. Oh, he's died. Oh, yeah, he's dead. And now something's burst out of his chest. It's a tiny, tiny little cute alien. It's a little cute alien if you ignore the fact that like it bursts out of basically a nest of rib cage and viscera. So Kane has been killed in the explosion of his chest, which I think is fair. Most people wouldn't be able to survive that. The little fucker runs away and they all try to chase it down, but you know, he's a tiny little fucker. He gets real far away. And they're like, well, what the hell are we gonna do about this? Right, let's just scour the place, find it as best we can and see what happens. Bad things happen. At a certain point, Brett decides to go looking for a cat because they have a cat on the ship. It's very, very cute. So he goes looking for a cat and in the process finds the small alien creature. It's no longer small. It's this big fucker and it's like, gets them dead. So now they're all being hunted and also simultaneously hunting the alien. Like, well, if we can kill it, we can get out of here. But if not, we're just gonna have to fucking leave because this is a disaster zone. When the alien killed Brett, Parker and Ripley were nearby. So they've seen it and they've alerted the team. The fucker is big and now they've got to come up with a plan. They figure out the alien is currently running around in the air ducts of the ship. So like, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna corner it and we're gonna burn it, which is not a bad idea because in the game, it's scared of fire. So, you know, Might hurt it, probably doesn't though. So they split into 2 teams. So Ash and Ripley go into the duct. Lambert and Parker are getting ready to seal the duct. Dallas also goes into the duct by himself. And while they're all trying to chase it down, they can't quite, and it ends up getting Dallas in the duct. So now they're down to 4 team members. Just 4 of them left. What are they going to do? Surely no one else will die, right? An unfortunate series of events occurs. Essentially, Parker goes off to make sure the flamethrowers are all full of fuel. Ripley to Ash is like, listen, what's going on? And Ash is like, I don't know. He's like, right, I'm going to ask Mother. Mother is the name of the AI. So she goes to ask Mother, and some of the information is like, oh, this is for science officer eyes only. She does a bit of hacking, Turns out this entire expedition has just been to pick up this alien. They want to use it as a weapon because it's like the perfect organism. So that's why Ash has been so shit at his job, because he wants it to live. And then once he finds out that she knows, he starts attacking her, and she's trying to fight her, trying to fight him, trying to fuck him up. And then it turns out he's a bloody android. What? He's an android. He's just like this sputtering, milk-spewing android. And then these two walk in on old Ripley being beaten up by Ash. And so they beat him up and they basically knock his head off and just kill him because he's an android. And then like, right, we need some information, more information from him. So they rip his head off, plug it in, ask him questions, and then he confirms what she knows from the thing, that yeah, perfect organism, they want it as a weapon. And she's like, right, fuck this shit, we're leaving. We're blowing up this ship and we're getting out of here and it'll die there and that's fine. And they're like, all right, that's a great plan, let's do that. Oh no, we've all split up. They've all split up, literally like this. She's gone off in one way, those two have gone off in the other way. Alien finds those two, kills them both. Just real harsh, kills them both. It's just her now. She's setting the sequence going and she realizes, ah shit, the cat's still in there. So she runs back, gets the cat, manages to just evade the alien. It's fucking tense and it's close, but she evades him and then gets on the shuttle, flies away with the cat. She did it, she's escaped. The ship blows up. And now she's ready. She's ready to get into her hibernation pod and nap her way back home. But wait, that piece of machinery looks particularly alien-like. It turns out the alien has snuck onto her ship and she's panicking, she's freaking out. She doesn't know what to do, so she just very quietly sneaks around a bit. She sneaks around a bit. The alien slowly starts to wake up and she's like, ah, fuck it. Opens the airlock. Alien just gets sucked out into space. Not before doing some not insignificant damage, but she has survived and the alien is launched into space, leaving just Ripley, the last survivor of this movie, and the cat. That is Alien. She charts herself home. Presumably she makes it. I haven't seen Aliens, so who knows. That was the movie Alien. I do hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below with any film suggestions you might have for me. I'm always looking for new ideas for this series, so please, anything you want to see covered, let me know. I actually have a trip booked. I'm going out into the deep reaches of space on the new ship, the Nostromo. It's sort of like a Titanic situation, and I'm sure it'll be just fine. I need to make it actually. I've only got 20 minutes until we leave, and I'm in the UK and it takes off from Russia. I might have missed it, but we're going to give it a go anyway. I'm going to try and get there. I've got to run.